Hey everyone, my name is Brady Jacquin, and I'm releasing a new song here soon with your guys' help, which I'm really appreciative of. I am releasing a new folk song here soon at 1,000 subs. We are almost there. So, what better time than now to rip myself a new one? I'm going to be looking at a lot of my old songs and old music videos kind of leading up to this point. I'm going to talk about what I could have done better a lot of the time, what I've learned from those things, stuff that's going into my new song that I've learned from them, and so on and so forth. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so Seek Out Lies was like the first song. By the way, amazing album art. Just fantastic. I remember wanting to, I was really into 1940s, like the jazz, the kind of, I don't know, this period of time with the city, these city lights, the just kind of, I don't know, this romanticization of that time period and of 1940s America. Just, I don't know. I was into that. So that's kind of what that's about. But then none of the songs on the EP really reflected that at all. Whatever. Anyway, Seek Out Lies was like the first song that I ever recorded. I did not record it myself. I did it with a little studio in Mansfield, Ohio, where I was living at the time. And yeah, it was definitely a learning experience because it's one of those things where you think you're good and then you try to record something, you try to do it to a click track and get it perfect, and then you realize, oh, I'm not that good at all. So it was definitely a learning experience, but this was the first one that I ended up finishing from the EP. I'm the lonely wolf. I always liked how the bass came in after the vocals did and kind of set the tone, but man, I had some nasally vocals. I've gotten a little better at that since then. I still sing pretty nasally, but now it sounds like I'm doing it on purpose. So yeah, just, I don't know. You can definitely hear that there's amateur quality to this. Just the roughness of the whole thing, the kind of muffled sense to all the vocals, the guitar, it all just kind of sounds like it needs a treble boost. And just isn't being recorded on very clear software, very clear microphones and all that stuff. Any more than you. Oh yeah, I remember this. I really I still see, like, here's the thing, like there's stuff that's really bad and that I don't like and that's just amateur sounding, but there's a lot of ideas that I still have fond feelings for, which hopefully is how any artist is. If you're writing and making semi-okay stuff or that you're proud of at the time, there should always be ideas that you can look back on, and even if they weren't executed very well, you can at least say, yeah, I like that idea. Like in this chorus here, I really like how these sliding harmony vocals in the background are happening while I'm singing the melody over them. I just like that. I thought it was a good idea. I don't know. Oh, the new has come to stay. And all right, let's go to the end here. I still really like this ending, even though the quality of the recording isn't quite there. I ended up really liking how it kind of came together, the layering of the vocals. Yeah, see, like, I'm happy with that. I like how I hit those notes. So, yeah, that's my first attempt at, like, roughly screaming a vocal. I could do that a lot better now. My voice was not where it needed to be. But I think, I remember it taking, like, 90 takes because I can't seem to get anything right on the first one. But, yeah, that was, I don't know. I like that ending. I like the the way that the chords create kind of an ethereal environment that I'm going to sing over. But yeah, a lot of problems with that, just not where it needed to be. But hey, you know, you look back fondly, and I definitely learned a lot from it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh boy. The titular John Mayer track. So Meet in Colorado is like my pop sacrifice on that EP. Is what I thought it was going to be. It's like the most digestible, easy song. It's like 4 minutes. It's not 8 minutes like See Got Lies was. It's probably the best recorded on that EP, particularly. Just the way it sounds a little better there. But the vocals, the way those come in, is not great.
I am another faithful brother. You drive me home. Oh, how our thoughts roll.
All right.
You're wrong. So let's pack up and leave home.
Oh, yeah.
We're all that we've ever needed anyway.
This chorus, you can hear the doubled up vocals. And that's just a result of me not knowing how to work a compressor on vocals. I remember we were having trouble. Well, it's not me. I mean, I paid an engineer to do this, but I guess he didn't know either. And I didn't know. We were all amateurs. Anyway, so couldn't quite get the vocals to sit on that chorus because I didn't know how to work a compressor so that it would sit in the mix instead of just needing to be pushed up so high in the volume. So instead of doing that, I just doubled the vocals. And a lot of people do this. I don't really love the sound of it necessarily, unless I'm going for a very specific sound. Yeah, but that's why the vocals are doubled on that chorus. I think, you know, it works. I mean, I guess it works ultimately for the track. It's not great and definitely finds its limits at the end when I'm trying to hit higher notes.
And leave home. We're all that we've ever needed anyway.
Yeah, it's just, it kind of gives the whole thing an artificial feel on those vocals. But hey, it's there. It's first EP. Let's move on. Oh, boy. All right, so this is the one that I'm really going to tear myself a new one on. Yeah, there are a lot of problems with this song.
Oh, hurry, tell me bad news about my lover and her new wounds.
Okay, so here's the funny thing, is that this is my second EP, the self-titled one, and this song, Okinawa, is, I don't hate the song in terms of the writing. I like a lot of things about it. I still play it live a lot of the time. This is so funny, though. I didn't record this myself. I did this with another different studio in Mansfield. And those are great guys. They were so good to me. Great bunch of guys. I love those guys. But now that I've done things myself for a while, the problem with this song is so obvious that I have no idea how I didn't catch it, and I take full responsibility for that. All I had to do was push the treble on my voice a little bit because it sounds so muffled and nasally on this song, and I'm a nasally singer already, and we just didn't push any air into those vocals to give them any kind of presence, so they just feel so lifeless and nasally on this song. I like the guitar, like the riff that it's playing. I think that's cool, but like that mixing's not great either. The way the cajon, which is the percussion on this, sounds, it just wasn't great in terms of the mix on here. I had this cool idea where I was going to pan the vocals on each line from the left ear to the right ear, but because the mixing on it just wasn't there, it doesn't really work at all. I don't know. I still think there's some good ideas, some fondness for this song looking back, and I like a lot of them. I kind of wish I could redo it now because I feel like I can make it a good song. And maybe I will someday. You guys should have to let me know if you ever want to see stuff like that. But yeah, this just needed very simple EQing. that we, I guess, didn't know how to do or just I didn't have the ear for back then because I didn't know what I was doing. So, all right, moving on. It's enough of that one. You like how you can literally hear the click track coming into this song at the beginning? That's how I do things professionally. Oh boy, the first music video. Yikes. So, this is my first music video that I put out ever, and it shows. This is a, hey guys, this is a bad music video. It's really bad. I know you've all been making fun of it for years. I know that it's bad. Trust me, I don't think it's good. This is the music video before I knew anything about how to shoot anything, how to edit anything. I didn't shoot or edit this. My buddy did it. And to be fair, buddy, I guess I won't name you since I'm going to take the piss out of this music video the whole time. But it's not his fault at all. Like, he just did what I told him to do. He shot and edited the whole thing. I still kind of like the idea of it. You have this girl here. That's a decent shot.
My words were fine to me. And the barehead, he said.
So you have like this woman in the woods, and she's supposed to be like, I don't know, being tormented by these like entities, these like things, and we don't really know what they are.
This was the pack I knew. This was
Who are
the pack
they're blind
I
with
knew.
our super expensive looking gauze. So yeah, I just didn't know how to shoot anything. There's all this like slowed down footage, but it wasn't shot at a high frame rate, so it's slowed down in post, so it has that really jittery movement to it, which it happens so much that it looks like it's on purpose. It's really not. We just didn't shoot for slow motion. And then it was one of those things where we got all the footage and then realized, oh, we have about 30 seconds of actual footage, so we have to slow it down over the course of a 5-minute song. Yeah. So there's that. Now about the song itself. Hold on, go back a second.
But I can't be sure.
All right, this song suffers from me not knowing how to get some dynamics in the song because it's supposed to have this straightforward chorus or straightforward verses that lead to this chorus that's supposed to expand, have a tempo change, and become really vibrant and big, and it doesn't at all because I just didn't know how to pan things. I didn't know how to compress certain instruments so that they would set out in the mix. I really like the idea. I like the instrumentals. I like the guitar picking at the beginning especially. I think it's really cool, but it's all about execution, and this is one of those songs that I would really love to revisit and maybe try to redo because I like the thematic material of it. It's just not there production wise, which is a lot of my early stuff for sure, and maybe some of my stuff now, who knows. But so that's Fool Heartless. Let's move on. Oh boy, there he is. Oh jeez. Okay, so Hollowed Kings, I have really fond memories of this music video. This was the first music video that I shot, and I shot it on an iPhone. I think the iPhone 10, this iPhone that I still have right here. I shot it using Filmic Pro and edited it, and this song was the last song that I let another studio do. Or they mixed it and did the stuff. I just played the instruments and everything. So yeah, this was shot on an iPhone, and I'm very proud of it, even though it's wonky and a little cheesy. I really like it. Like, it's one of those things that I look fondly back on, even though I understand that it's not the best. There's still things that I really like in it. That fake focus rack. Those are hair ties. I'm being held hostage by hair ties. Anyway.
You've gotta play it faster.
Look at this. Like, man. I just wanted my buddy to like, I wanted there to just be weird masked men. Like, I wanted it to be weird and I didn't care. But now looking, like, why is it on his nose? What's happening? But I don't care. I like it. We had fun doing this. We had a ton of fun shooting this. I also like the song. Like, it's not the best either with the mixing. We just didn't know how to do a lot of things. But I like the guitar riff. I think that's really catchy and cool. I like what the song's up. It was supposed to be this, like, pretentious meditation on the music industry and how, like, it's become kind of hollow and there's not a lot to it. I sound like Bo Burnham in his Inside special, like I'm going to react to myself. But yeah, and so I like that. I like how it's kind of about that. But yeah, let's move on with this. I want to spend more time on this music video. Oh, all right. So that was a great punch, and I stand by that shot. I think it's a nice shot. He got really close to knocking me, and my buddy Will's a strong guy, and he would have broken my jaw. So I'm happy he did not end that shot. Also, hey, Brady. Hold on. Let's get those hair ties off. Yeah. All right. Here's an idea, dude. Stand up. Just stand up. Literally just stand. They're behind your back, but they're not tied to the chair at all, so he could just stand up. I'm an idiot, but I figured people wouldn't care when they're watching the music video. Like, if someone wants to tool on my video, which is me right now, then that's fine. But, like, I figured people wouldn't care because they'd be too focused on what the frick this red ski mask wearing guy was doing. Also, because this was shot on an iPhone, any blurry stuff in the shot, almost all of it, I did by hand. Like, this shot where he's blurry in the foreground and I'm in focus, it's an iPhone, so it has no shallow focus. So everything was in focus. So I had to mask around his body the whole way and then create like a Gaussian blur in Premiere Pro. And track it, so when he moved, it would track with him to create this fake shallow depth of field that we see here. It's not real, it's fake, but hopefully people didn't notice that. It took a crap ton of time. And it's one of the reasons that I'm still kind of proud of this music video to this day, weird as it is. My long hobo hair. Oh, that beard is bad. So this, with a I booted him. We didn't fake that. I kicked him in the chest. And I kicked him pretty hard, if I remember. Because it was one of those things where I was like, dude, this stunt is like the cool stunt or whatever in the music video. And I just want to kick you in the chest. I was like, it's going to look best if you can just... And he was like, yeah, man, I'm just going to take it. Just kick me. It'll look good. And I was like, sweet, dude. So I booted him in the chest. And I like that shot. And it's right on the beat when the guitar riff comes back in. And it looks good because we actually did it. I just kicked him. There's no fancy camera work there. My hair is so funny. I also like this shot coming out. As deep as puddles seeped in mud. I don't love that cut, but that was a real... I think I was just in a fight scene mood. Me and my buddies have always wanted to shoot fight scenes because we love movies so much. So that's why there's some action in this one. But I always like that shot when I come out and I have no peripheral vision at all. Somehow I don't see the bright red ski mask, whatever. But I liked how he came in on it and the shot, you know, it's fun. We had good times. I have memories. So it's not great, but I have good fond memories. Also, that's a house I used to live at, so that's cool too. Oh yeah, so this. To a guy you never knew. What's he doing? Like, I just threw him to the side. You wanna know my favorite part of this whole music video? This lady right here wondering what the heck we were doing. Because here's the thing, guys. That's obviously a street. We couldn't shut down a street, clearly. So I just put a guitar in the middle of the street, and then we hoped no cars came by. And every time a car came by, we had to grab the guitar, grab the case, move everything off the street with the camera and all this stuff, and then let the car pass and then reset up and try to get the shot again. And this lady back here is just watching us basically play fight. Like, we're grown adults. I mean, kind of grown adults. I mean, I'm sure, I think I was like 20 or something. I don't know. Well, maybe 19. I don't know. But she's just watching us. She probably thought we were just, I don't even know what she would have thought. Like, guitar in the middle of the street. And, look at her. Look at her look at us. She's just like, what is happening with you? And this shot coming up, I like this shot a lot. Like, like I snapped the dude's neck. I choked him out with guitar strings. Like, I like it. It's an original idea. Whatever, sue me. I like it. I thought it was cool. And I had a guitar that was broken, so I figured I would use it. How do you not use a guitar that's broken but still has the strings on it? Like, I don't know. That's the video. I'm not going to play anymore, but I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to move on now because I'm spending a lot of time on Hollowed Kings. Okay. So this EP, so Chant is the song, and it's on the Persephone EP. This was the first 4 songs that I ever did completely by myself. I bought the equipment, I bought all the stuff, I bought the mics and everything, and I did everything myself. And you can definitely immediately tell that it sounds better than the past stuff. Like, it sounds better than the old stuff. There's just more width to it. There's more of an environment. It feels like you're in a little bit more of a space. But there's a problem with all the songs on that EP that I will tell you about. But let's go a little more to the vocals.
Man left faith at home for his deep and curious thought.
So yeah, I wanted it to feel like a chant. I wanted it to feel like this, like, almost satanic ritual was going on. And that's why it has that quality to it. So the problem with all of these songs, though, and this sucks because I still like these songs, and I'm not trying to dissuade you from listening to them or anything. I mean, I think they're all right, but this was one of the things, and anyone who mixes songs or wants to mix and master music, listen. This whole thing I mixed on headphones, okay? On headphones. Now, these are good headphones, but you should never just mix and master an entire thing on headphones, because what happened was that these things give me a little more low end than what it actually is. So mixing, mastering all these songs, I thought, oh, that sounds good. And then when I actually heard it out in the world, because this told me it was lower than it was, the actual song ended up being way too high. You can hear it throughout pretty much all the songs. They're a little too high, a little tinny, not a lot of warmth to the mix, especially with my voice, and I already have a high voice. So this was a lesson that it sucks that these songs kind of had to be sacrificed for me to learn this lesson, but I went out and I bought 2 studio monitors, and that has helped my mixes so much because it gives you a much more accurate sound and you hear it in an environment rather than just right in your ears. So that's why it sounds it's a little too high, a little too tinny, not enough warmth. I still like ideas though in this song, like that harp I like.
False reciting their lies to the black.
So like, yeah, there's a lot of ideas I really like. I like the darkness of the song. I like the harp. I like the way the kick comes in. It's just one of those things. I had to learn that lesson, and now I've learned it, and hopefully my future songs won't have that problem. But it does suck that these songs kind of had to take the hit for my future of anything I was going to do. But all right, let's move on. So, Gravity is my most recent song here. And this was the song when I finally did learn a lot of those lessons. It's not I don't think it's a perfect song or anything, but it's definitely my best mixed and mastered song. It's my best sounding song in terms of the production, the way it's mixed. Just the EQ overall is a lot more professional sounding. The music video, obviously, this is where I actually knew what I was doing. Like, I bought a good camera and I learned. I watched a lot of videos and learned a lot more. So this is a lot better of a music video than that one I showed you before. But yeah, like I said, I had studio monitors with this, and you can definitely hear how it has more warmth than the other songs on the Persephone EP.
With misery, I'm at home with pain.
Also, this dancer is awesome. She's fantastic. Marion Sky Brooke Logan, and she's awesome. She did such a great job for this. She was a champ. She came out, and we stayed up super late shooting this, trying to get her to do this whole scene in front of this little fire before it went out. It was crazy, and she did such good work. She's a great dancer. I kind of want her to dance on any video where I have a dancer now, because she just gets the vibe that I was going for.
I feel safe with sad music, burning fire and disdain.
And I really like how this song, What Happens Here.
So she'll come.
By the way, this shot is me laying in a bed, and my girlfriend is standing over me with a tripod and the camera just angled down, and with her other hand, she's moving on this app that controls the lights. She's moving the color wheel so that it changes colors. So she's working the camera and the lights. So thank you for that. And that's how we kind of got this cool little shot. But yeah, I like how the bass comes in there, the guitar. It's just, it's not a perfect song by any means. There's stuff that I would change even now. But I think it's a testament to why you need good studio monitors, because everything will just be based off that. And if your ear is good and your studio monitors are good, then the song will at least be okay. It's usually like how it is in terms of that. This kills me, though, a little bit inside.
Gravity
This shot,
take me.
I really like this shot. And that was just like good timing. The way the light landed on her was perfect. It was one of those spontaneous shots where I didn't plan it at all and I got it, and now it's like one of my favorite shots.
I'm never
As well as this one. Like, just
tired when I should be.
the way the light wraps around her, the orange from the fire, with my big studio light. Like, I like that shot a lot. This bothers me, though.
Rather be asleep.
So it's a cool idea. I shot it in reverse. Obviously, my girlfriend is just off to the side there throwing pedals down, and then we just played it in reverse to have them come up. What bothers me is that this light here and this light over here are both, I forget what they're called, LED or something, I forget. And I thought you have to set the shutter of the camera to sync up with it so you don't get these horizontal scan lines. And I almost did it, but I didn't see them. And as you can see, it's happening right there.
So gravity.
See that? And that bothers me. Most people probably don't even see it, except now that I've pointed it out to everyone, because that's what I do, I guess. But yeah, like, that bothers me, and it's a little thing, but now I know. And that's kind of this whole video. If I can wrap up this video in a nutshell and just say what it is entirely. What sucks is that you have to learn these lessons, and it sucks that sometimes you have to put stuff out that you look back on and you're not too proud of, but it's still great. Like, I'm proud of all that stuff, even though there's things I would change. There's stuff that's bad in my past music discography, for sure, but those are lessons that I had to learn, and now hopefully I'll carry all that, and hopefully it's gone into this new song that I'm releasing soon at 1,000 subs. Hopefully a lot of those lessons will be learned, and you'll hear that, and it'll be reflected in the quality of the song. And yeah, I do everything myself. Gravity was the same way. I recorded and did it all myself, and this new song that's coming out is the same. So yeah, just don't be afraid of putting stuff out that is subpar, because as long as in the moment you don't necessarily think it's subpar, and you get to just kind of look back on it and be like, oh yeah, I should have done this differently, then you did the best you could. And I know that I obsessed and went full manic on all of these songs that I've heard, even the ones that weren't great. So there's nothing I can do. It's the best I could have done. And now I'm just really excited for the future because I've learned a lot of lessons. I still have plenty of lessons to learn. I have no idea what I'm doing a lot of the time, but I'm here and I'm queer, so get used to it. No, that's not at all what I was going to say. Whatever, there it is. So yeah, I'm excited for this new song. And I'm really thankful that you guys are watching these videos and sticking around and getting me to 1,000 subs, because that's just crazy. Like a year ago, that's just nuts. So I really appreciate it, guys. Stick around for the next video. Subscribe if you like movies or music like I just showed you. I review all that kind of stuff, as well as like filmmaking. All those things are here. So if you like any of that, I hope you will stay tuned for the next video, and I will see you then.